Let's look at our economic consumer confidence numbers first. Not a lot of change. This is surprising. Let's go back in time right prior to September 15th, which is really when this Wall Street crisis broke, so to speak. We had about 70% of Americans we classified as negative. And then within a few days, and we made a big deal out of this, that number had jumped up to 80, 81, even 82% at one point. So a big jump in negativity on the part of the average American. But since then, despite everything that's happening with the failed bailout plan and maybe now a new bailout plan from Congress being passed and all of the attention being given to Wall Street, the Dow dropping 700 points and then coming up again over 400 points, despite all of that, we've been kind of stuck in a rut here at 80, 81% negative day after day recently, including up to this latest average.
That's why I'll be flying back to Washington today to cast my vote to safeguard the American economy.
Let's shift over to politics for the moment. 4 points today, 48-44, Obama over John McCain. These shifts are not statistically significant, but once again, I should point out, Barack Obama had an 8-point lead, and then he was not able to sustain it. The gap seems to be closing some. That's what happened when Obama had an 8-point lead in July after his foreign trip. The gap closed thereafter. Obama moved to an 8 or 9-point lead during the Democratic convention. The gap closed thereafter. So we're seeing a continuing pattern where Obama gains a significant lead like that, and then the gap seems to close again. McCain seems to catch up. Usually McCain doesn't go into the lead, but the gap gets smaller. We'll see what happens the rest of this week. Of course, the next event, which could have an impact, maybe it won't, maybe it will be the Sarah Palin-Joe Biden debate Thursday night in St. Louis. I'm Dr. Frank Newport, editor-in-chief of the Gallup poll.